Greetings, Doctor. My name is Sivajyoti Harivaran, metric number CE20037 from Group 5, following by my group mates Boris and Gunalan, Kadiravan Arivalagan, Sheshamarao Ramasamy, and Tesan Murali. So for our project, we did an simple electric motor. So for our project, electric motor work due to electromagnetic connections when two magnetic fields, which are north and south pole, push or pull on one another to make the engine turn. So one field made by an extremely durable magnet to make the engine turn, and one field brought by electrons moving through a wire, making a magnetic field around the wire.
Hello, doctor. My name is Sheshmara Alke Ramsamy. My metric number is CE200169. Today, I want to explain the problem statement and objective for the simple electric motor. For the problem statement, the insulated side of the wire breaks the circuit so there is no current flow and affects the copper from spinning, which no longer has a magnetic field from current flow. And for the objective is, the first is to build, understand and analyze an electric motor, and the second objective is electric current flowing through a wire to create a magnetic field, and the third objective is to observe the characteristic of copper by applying a magnetic field using a magnet. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi doctor, my name is Kadiravan Arivalagan, my metric number CE200219. I'm here to present methodology for our simple electrical motor project. First of all, let's see the project flowchart. First, we create a proposal for this project and we did a research regarding the project, then present to the lecturer. Then once we get an approval from the lecturer, we proceed to start our project prototype. At first, we buy necessary equipment for the project, then we create the project prototype. We did multiple trials for this project because we didn't remove the insulation from the coil, which makes our project unsuccessful for the first trial. Once we remove the insulation, our project was successful. Next, block diagram. In this block diagram, source block are representing a battery, motor block are representing a coil, the north pole and south pole blocks are representing magnets. According to the block diagram, an initial current is pushed through the motor block from the source block to create a magnetic field. Then the north pole and south pole are playing a role as an external magnetic field. So when the two magnetic fields interact together and the motor block will spin. Finally, formula for this project. Well, this simple motor works by the magnetic force, which is F equals to IL times B. Thank you.
I'm on the road, empty and cold, to a destination I don't know. Been thinking about you way back in days of old.
Now I am going to demonstrate the project prototype, which is simple electric motor. So for this project, we need battery, wire, copper, bobby pin, needle, magnet. So now I'm going to demonstrate on how to create the circuit. I use this needle to make it as a stand. Then I have to insert this, fix at one place, and also at another pole of the battery also. Then this copper have to create like this, which is with the winding, and we have to remove the insulation of this copper. Before the insulation removed, it will look like this, and after insulation removed, it will look much more brighter. After that, we have to insert this inside the hole of bobby pin. Then after we put the magnet near to the copper, we can see that it is moving. So it will continuously move. The current goes around the coil, so it points one direction in one end of the loop, and in other direction at the other loop also ends. The magnetic field at both of these spots points in one same direction. Thus, the magnetic force on the wire at opposite ends of the loop point in opposite direction. So it causes the winding to spin. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Person Son of Nalan. My matic number is CE200167. I am from group 5, and today I am going to explain the analysis of the prototype and the discussion of the prototype for the project that we create, which is simple electric motor. So the analysis for this project is that the current goes around the coil, points one direction of the loop, which is the negative, and to the other end of the loop of the coil, which creates magnetic field on both spots of the same direction. This makes the magnetic force of the wire ends the loop, which points to the opposite direction, cause the copper to spin. Once the magnet we bring near to the coil, it will repel to each other, which is the magnetic force from the coil, and the magnetic field of the magnet will repel each other to force the coil to spin. After that, for discussion, the metal and needle, which also with the wire, creates a closed loop circuit that can carry current. So the current flows from the negative terminal of the battery to the circuit and to the positive terminal of the battery. And also the current in the closed loop also creates its own magnetic field from the battery, which can determine by the right hand rule, which makes a right hand rule sign. The thumb points to the direction of the current, and the curve of the finger shows the magnetic field which is oriented for the circuit. In this project, the current travels through the coil that we created for this project, which is also called as an armature of the motor. The current induces a magnetic field in the coil, which helps explain why the coil is spinning. Then the magnet have two poles, which is north and south. Usually north south interact stick together, and north and south interact repel each other. This is because the magnet field created by the current in the wire is not perpendicular to the magnet, which is the wire which is taped to the battery and connected to the coil. And at some parts of the wired magnetic field will repel, which cause the coil to continuously spinning, not spin once, but it will spin continuously. We remove the insulation of the copper because we need a way to periodically break the circuit so it will pulse on and off in time with the rotation of the coil. Otherwise, the copper's coil with the magnetic field would align with the magnet's magnetic field, and it will forcefully stop the moving of the coil, and both fields will start to attract each other. And finally, once both magnetic field repel, the coil will continuously spin until the charge in the battery is dead. This is the reason why the magnet only spins in one direction, and the spinning of the wrong direction will makes the magnetic field to repel and to attract each other. Thank you. That's from me.
Hi and hello to Doctor. My name is Desan Murali. My metric number is CE200105. So let me conclude for our project, which is simple electric motor. So as for the conclusion, during the project, we have learned that magnets, which represents the external force, which have been centered with insulation removed copper, help to conduct the electricity better to form a magnetic field. Then we also observe that the copper is spinning due to the magnetism from the magnet. So we can conclude that observation has been achieved. Thank you very much.